Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady.
And I'm Aiden.
And today we are getting busy planting the first round of Carex as the herbaceous ground plane here in the native shrub border at the Carolina Garden House. So we got this planted just over a week ago, and hopefully you watched our video yesterday, which featured behind the scenes tour at my favorite grass grower, Hoffman Nursery. It's a wholesale only nursery, so they're not open for retail sales, but in the process of visiting there, we also bought a bunch of extra plants so that we will have them available at the spring open garden. Now today we are primarily focusing on 3 different species of Carex, all native to the East Coast. Aiden here is holding Carex cherokeensis, and that's a great plant that we actually have growing next door under live oaks. And you can see the size of the plug, this is called a landscape plug or a 32 cell. So there's 32 plants in each tray. Now, another species that we are going to be growing is Carex lerida. And I'm not super familiar with this species, but I love that it is green, it's winter active. And well, John highly recommended it. I think it's going to do really well here. Same size plug tray. And I think this one gets a little bit shorter, so we'll probably concentrate that more along edges, whereas the cherokeensis will go more in the middle. And then our third species is the most robust of the 3, and this is Carex muscagiensis. I think I'm not saying it quite right, but you can see here it's been cut back, but it does have green stalks on it. This is going to get like 1 to 3 foot tall. So this will definitely go more in the middle sections, just to sort of fill in any open spaces. So the goal with our doing this, primarily with Carex at this stage, is just to, first of all, make the garden more interesting, because it's not that interesting being all mulch. Nope. It's also for ground plane coverage, for reduction of weeds. Carex are really great for absorbing extra water. And then they're also really important for creating habitat for native insects. So there's a lot of different facets for why paying attention to an herbaceous ground plane is really important. And I'm super stoked that we get started today.
Me too.
Okay, so you can see the Carex cherokeensis on the side here, and then I did muscagiensis and lerida through the middle. Aiden's doing more cherokeensis over here. And then we have some open spaces across the front and in the middle here, like on the edges here, that I want to do the white cloud muhlenbergia, which you saw yesterday in the video at Hoffman, how gorgeous this plant is. It's truly spectacular. I mean, we won't do a ton, but I want to do probably at least 5 groups of 3. So that's what I'm going to plant now. And then we have a little bit of ground-aged pine bark left. There's Callie getting it loaded into the wheelbarrow. And we will just add that to the bed anywhere that you can see sand showing through. And then we will have this phase of this bed done. Obviously, we are not doing anything in this bed yet, and that's because the seeds that we sowed 2 weeks ago today are just starting to germinate. And I don't see any poppies yet, but I do see grains. And you can see here is wheat, and those reddish ones are rye. And I'm really excited to see what all else will germinate in the coming days. I bet next week at this time, we'll have really good ground plane coverage from all that cottage garden seed that we sowed. Well, as you can see, we're getting the last of the mulch put into the bed. We're just covering up areas where you can see some of the native sand. And I hope you saw in the time lapse just now that we ended up with an entire crew of helpers. I have to say there's a lot of power in gardening in the front yard. Everybody in the neighborhood is really kind of an active part as we continue to make progress. And I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Please give us a like, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to the Bree the Plant Lady YouTube channel for more updates as we continue to make progress here at the Carolina Garden House on this big native shrub border planting. Thanks so much for watching, everybody.